Why hello everybody. The singularity has been quote unquote buffed. We're going to be having a look at the changes basically. The long and short of it is EMPs have took a hit, which they very much needed in my opinion. They were very oppressive and completely just ruined his power, honestly. What they've done basically is reduced the time that biopods take to come back on when they're EMP'd. Survivors now have to charge the EMPs when they use them. They can't just use them instantly, and it does slow them down. And I believe that's it. Actually, I should have got a proper look at it, but it's a step in the right direction. Whether it's a big enough step, I don't know. Probably going to say it's probably going to be the same situation that happened to Skull Merchant, where they said they made changes but it didn't really do anything. So yeah, we're running these perks. I couldn't really find anything else to really replace, honestly, because I was going to try something new, but you kind of need all these, I think, based on gen speeds. This is probably mandatory. Well, we'll find out actually if this is mandatory going forward. If we can keep things on people now, like the actual slipstream thing. Add-ons wise, we're going to try something a bit new. I did try to steer away from just using these two all the time because they were just becoming a regular thing when I was playing as killer. I didn't really know what to replace them with, honestly, so I came up with this, which is basically going to rely on getting slipstreamed, but then the infection range is increased by 2 meters. 2 meters isn't great, I know it isn't, but then it spreads 25% faster. So the aim here is to get a bit of a chain reaction going, like one person will infect somebody else faster than they thought they would, and then they'll EMP it and all that. That said, EMPs are splash damage, so it might just cut it short, I don't know. But a lot of these are just useless, quite honestly, from what I've seen anyway. It is just this that's worked the best so far for me. I had another look at this, but then I realised that this is actually useless, because when a biopod is created, gain killer instinct on survivors who are within 6 meters, you're going to know where they are. You're in chase by that point if you press them 6 meters. The most use you'll get out of this, the way I see it anyway, is somebody stood behind a wall, you don't actually know they're there, but you fire one to check, and then you can see, oh, there's killer instinct, but you still have to do all the chase and everything. So why is it ultra rare? I don't know. I'm probably saying all this shit, and then there's a million other YouTubers who are having really good games with this, but for me, when a survivor is slipstreamed by a biopod, already that's shite, because you'll never slipstream people from biopods. It takes way too long. They can just run out of sight very quickly. Anything that says slipstreamed by a biopod, I just think is just absolutely useless. There's no way of actually doing it. Diagnostic tool reveals the auras of survivors who pick up an EMP. It's intel, but you're a killer that's power's surrounded by intel, so why? During overclock, your attack seems like broken. Maybe. That does require you hitting somebody in overclock though. Overclock only lasts about 2 or 3 seconds. You also get slowed down when you teleport, so you're never going to get anybody in overclock unless you run the kid's glove. And even then it's quite hard. If they're at a loop, you're probably not going to, because they can just put the pallet down. This is all observational from what I've seen in my games. Foreign plant fibres, possibly. I do think that this is somewhat decent, because it's a successful slipstream to a pallet, which basically means you're going to use this to break pallets. So you reduce your stun by 20%, so it's basically enduring for an add-on that's connected to your power, I believe. So it's not too bad. Slipstream teleport from a biopod, useless. Hyper awareness does, I think it has distracted people in the past. Live wires, this is a weird one for me, because I do think that this is useless, but I've seen HUX using it. it's a survivor who's cleansed of slipstream screams, but if they're cleansing themselves of slipstream, they're going to be running, so there's not going to be a current action. That's how I see it anyway. So I don't really know why this exists, honestly. At the very, like, it's going to pull people off a gen when the teammate uses the EMP and they're working on it or something. I don't know. I really don't know. When a survivor becomes slipstream, they're exhausted. That's not bad because it can deny live, dead hard, sprint burst, all that sort of stuff. You get it for 6 seconds though, and usually if you're slipstreaming people, you are quite a bit of a distance away, and they can just walk for that 6 seconds and it becomes useless. This does happen in games, I have seen this, I'm not just being facetious here. Like, I'm literally going off experiences, so I do think that that's not too great either. Not tried these yet, so we're going to try that in this one. This is going on for a very long time, I'm aware of this. Just skip ahead in the video if you don't want to go through my ramblings. I'm just getting this off my chest of what I think of things before we see the buffed version of him. Cremated remains when a survivor is within 12 meters of a biopod. They suffer from blindness. Not bad. I mean, it forces people, well, it doesn't force them, but it makes people move off generators when you hook people or down them, because they have to get off or get out of the way within 12 meters. That's actually quite a large range. Right, I didn't see 12 meters there actually. That's not too bad, maybe, because it's going to make people, at least casual players, are probably going to run quite a long way away to see. So it's all wasted time. Probably not good against Swifts though. I mean, nothing's good against Swift, but you know. Slipstream spreads between survivors 25 fastest. So we're going to go for this, where we're going to try and get infections and see if it works. Repair tool. During overclock, your attacks inflict the manga state effect. Same situation as this. Which one was it? That one, yeah. You're probably not going to hit anybody in overclock unless you're running the brown one in a minute. After half a second you can hear all sounds through the biopods. Useless. You can literally just use your eyes. This might be interesting now because they have reduced the reboot timer, so it could be quite good maybe, because it's 15% of the timer. So I think they said they've reduced it down to 45 seconds, was it? Down from a minute. Why it was ever a minute in the first place, I'll never know. So 15% of 45 seconds, I'm not going to do the math on that because I just can't think of it at this time. Can't figure it out. Heavy water supply cases, auras are reduced by 8 meters, useless. Overclock mode duration is increased by 25%. This is probably what you're going to have to run if you're running anything to do with overclock, because at base it's literally useless. You get slowed down for teleporting, and by which time they're either at pallet, or with the existence of made for this, you literally just can't catch them before it ends. And nutritional slurry, which is gained 2 extra biopods. It's kind of useful. It does let you have more eyes across the map, but I always just forget to place them and stuff. So anyway, ridiculously long intro. We're going to check out the new changes. Right, lad, are you in any way different? I hope you are, because I really want to make you work. I do really love your design. So I'm genuinely hoping that these changes have actually done something to impact the gameplay.
Perfect destruction.
Can I? Ooh, yes, I can. Nice. Place it there because. Oh, there you go. Sprint burst, very obvious. Actually, could have hit her there. I think she waited way too long. That was my mistake. Tell you what, let's start proactively using these, eh? Made a move on at least. One gen already. He still has the issue of not having any sort of power in chase. there's a window again. Like, all I can do here is follow, literally. Like, that's broken, I can't do that. Gone in there. That one maybe? Interesting. Could just run by it. Shit, I thought that was an open door. Nice. My own stupidity filled in there. What the fuck? Okay. We need to patrol gens, I think. That slows him down now, or it should do if he got balanced. Right, you're a bit more chill. Do I get a scourge? No, I don't even get it. Oh no, it's right here. I was going to say. Yeah, we lose that. Do get in it though. Nice. So get rid of that. Only just. Very fast vault speeds though. We do get a scourge, which is nice. Look at the length of the time it takes for you to teleport from a thing, and then you just EMP it. That's what I'm saying in the lobby. I just want to add proof to it that it's literally useless, and you'll never be able to TP from a biopod. It's gone over here somewhere. Nice. So this man's movement needs a bit of improvement. Do this before somebody gets here. Nice. Yeah, it takes way too long to teleport from a biopod. Like you'll literally never do it unless they just sit there and don't actually know what's going on. Not running around that because I can't do anything about it. There's nobody on that. Could be over there at the minute, or this one. Get rid of that now because I don't need it. Great, there's nobody there. Excellent. That's in the shack, innit? That's EMP'd. So is that... That is faster. That's a lot faster actually. Still probably not fast enough, but it is an improvement. Probably going to go for this Ash again because he's quite chill. We need to get some sort of pressure going. Yeah, that's probably stupid. I need to get rid of this pallet. Problem with this though is it's very brain dead to run. Very safe. Wasting too much time. Oh, it's you. You're the one I want. We are here though, so yeah, and that's a god pallet for this killer.
Terrible construction.
Sprint burst. Not running around there. He's back at this broken shit though, so... I mean, this isn't even broken, but it is for this killer that doesn't have a power. There we go.
Gene integrity, 78%.
Interesting. This one? Possibly should go for a bit of a slug here, I think. I think he's on... No, he's not on Death Hook, is he? There's a window here, isn't there? Nice. We'll get a Scourge. Look at, I think he's not dead, is he? No, Death Hook. Again, they've not removed that shit. Need to go for this guy. There's the dead hard. Babysitted into oblivion. Survivor's so hard, isn't it? Like, I'm literally going to lose the game for this now, I know I am. But there's nothing I can do about it. I don't know where he's gone. It's over there somewhere, I think. Yeah, there we go. Thought he was going to bait that.
Matter secured.
He's going to do that. Wrecked. There we go. We have to sweat for one. So I still think he's useless, honestly. I really like his design, but he's just... There's way too many ways for him to get out of everything. Twitter game design strikes again. There's no point chasing her around there because you won't be able to catch her. There's nobody on the switch. I mean, we can go for the Leon, I suppose. Try to zigzag him there, I don't think it's going to work though, is it? That gate's 99, I bet. God pallet. Can't do anything about it. Gate's 99 because she's over there. Yeah. Was carried by bad game design. There's sprint burst. So he's still very underpowered, but they're not going to do anything because they can't like make killers strong because all these just can't, you know, they just start fucking complaining, and then it gets review bombed. Game's got a very shit future, quite honestly. But there it is. Nothing notable to report, unfortunately. You still get out of everything for free. Made for this. This is now becoming meta, but we're not going to nerf this. At least for like several months, probably. Hope's now becoming a thing as well because a lot of killers' powers don't really do anything in the end game. So they just get massive speed. But yeah, there it is. I'm not going to pick it apart this time. Still getting only one killer match. I like his design. I really love his design and everything about him, but he's just dog shit, honestly. There's way too many ways for him to escape and get around you. Well yeah, there it is. Nothing notable to report, unfortunately. See you on the next one.